Yes, good afternoon everyone and welcome to coverage of our 50th and final game of 2018 as Weston-super-Mare take on Bath City. I'm Mark Stillman, commentating throughout with Bob Chester on summarising duties. We've just about recovered from Wednesday's excitement and are thrown back into another local derby against a Western side who haven't won at home in the league all season. However, their FA Cup success against the Romans will give them the belief that they can upset the form book today. While Bath City have changed their shape slightly for this game, only one change to the starting 11 from Wednesday's trip to Chippenham. In goal is Ryan Clark. And then it's centre-backs of Kevin Amankwa, who's into the side. He'll be lining up alongside Jack Batten and Robbie Cundy. Wing-backs of Michi Affetti and Anthony Straker. We then think it'll be a midfield three of Frankie Artus, Joe Rains and Tom Smith, with Ross Stern against his former club up front alongside Adam Mann. On the bench, a couple of faces return. Matt Richards, one of them, well, he's back, is still on the bench. He was his birthday the other day, 34. For the number 4, he's alongside John Mills, who's back from Banbury after his loan spell expired. Harvey Wiles-Richards, James Ollis and James Morton returns to fitness. Ryan Brunt, injured, misses out altogether. Quickly go through the Western starting 11. I think they're playing 4-3-3. In goal, Luke Purnell. Back 4 of Aaron Parsons, George Nurse, Jake Lee, who comes into the side as Matt Bowers returned to Cheltenham, and Jason Pope. Midfield 3 of captain Jacob Kane, George Dowling and former Roman Navi Diallo. Then we think it'll be a front 3 of Marlon Jackson, Jennison, Myrie Williams and Gethin Hill, who scored the winner in the Cup game here in October. The 5 substitutes at Western this afternoon: Ben Swallow, Jamie Lucas, Eli Phipps, Alex Byrne, the last player to score a goal for Weston-super-Mare, and Tom Llewellyn. Bath City are in sky blue, Weston-super-Mare white shirts, black shorts and white socks. The officials this afternoon: the referee is Alex Blake, assisted by Stuart Kane and Matt Eva. And game gets underway as it's Kevin Amankwa gets a first touch, plays a long ball down the line looking for Affetti. Myrie Williams bustling away, tries to lay it off to Jackson. City win it back. It's a strong crunching challenge. And it's given away to Adam Mann on halfway. Now Affetti, who's going to be asked to attack more, you would think, this afternoon. He's got Smith on the outside of him. Tom Smith tries to whip it in, but it's well blocked from Pope. Now back to Amankwa in space. It's more advanced than we were expecting. Down the right wing almost, Kevin Amankwa at the moment. He's got Smith just next to him. Uses Smith, 18 yards in the byline. Back to Joe Rains now. Weston with a lot of men behind the ball, but Rains manages to find Adam Mann. Good move this from City. Mann back to Affetti, cuts inside, he's intercepted by Pope. City have to start again with Cundy, who's asking a bit of an Amankwa. He's done well to keep it in play. Amankwa back inside to Rains. Turning away from trouble of Kane, and it's Dowling in fact, and it's a foul from the Western man. So Rains straight looking towards penalty spot, should be the goalkeepers, and Luke Purnell, one of the ones with safer hands in this league, claims it comfortably. Bowls it out to Nurse, inside to Diallo, to Kane, captain, midfield partner. So now with Pope, missed a penalty in the shootout in the trophy game. There's a slip from Diallo, so they try and get in, but it's well covered in the end from Kane. Early signs of nervousness from the Western back line on a dreadful run of form, although no signs of Nurse at the moment, as Pope takes it away brilliantly, and he's found Nurse on the left-hand side, attack-minded fullback. Watch from Cundy, he's drilled a long ball across the middle, and it nearly found Jackson on the penalty spot. He's kept in play on the other side. It's looking now for Kane on the edge of the box. Kane chips it in, cuts off Cundy. Myrie Williams has blasted it wide, around 20 yards wide. It wasn't the easiest take for him, you would say, but got the technique slightly wrong. Batten with a heavy clearance. Artis challenges in the air. And this time Batten with a more comfortable nod to Straker, and Mann tries to pick it up in the position half, and Rains with an interesting header forward. It's into Stern now, one-on-one. Ross Stern, now he's put it over the bar. It was just a knock-on from Joe Rains, and Stern found so much space in behind the back 4, and he couldn't keep his shot down against his former club. 5 of the last 6 games we mentioned before have been postponed, as Joe Rains, 25 yards in goal, trying to hold off Kane. So out to the left, he's asking a bit of Straker. He's managed to keep it in. He's got the Parsons for company. Straker cutting back, Straker with a right-footed cross, headed away in the end. Defensive work, I think it was from Lee. It's floated in off the head of Jackson. I think got the final touch. Clean sheet in their last game. It's scoring where it's been a problem. None in 370 minutes going into this. As Straker's cross is charged down, and Hill can now try and run away on the right hand side, and he's fouled from Button. Yeah, there's the yellow card. 19 minutes in. Jack Button, first man into the book. Ryan Clark takes left-footed. 26th appearance in the club this afternoon. Not get a clean sheet away since St Albans. Here's Stern. Now nearly found Mann. He had it nicked on his toes. One out to Straker. The left is shot, and it's skewed around 5 yards wide. This Mann tries to get a flick on, beaten to it from Pope. Smith tries to.
Got to be a foul, that. Yep.
Yeah, referee has gone back. I don't think there really was an advantage. Diallo had held up Reigns, and City win a free kick. Stern with it, comes off Button. Cundy gets a header on, and it's gone into the back of the net. Robbie Cundy from a difficult angle. It was an awkward, unorthodox flick on from Jack Button, but Robbie Cundy headed it back across goal and into the back of the net. Yeah, on 22 minutes, Weston-super-Mare 0, Bath City 1.
That was a situation where Luke Purnell decided he was going to come, and Robbie Cundy got that just in there first, and managed to loop the ball with his head over the goalkeeper and into the net. So that's the start the City needed. Robbie Cundy, 22 minutes, and City 1-0 up.
Pressuring them well, forcing them into a long ball from Jake Lee. It's picked up though from Parsons, central. It's a high ball though, into the right hand side, picked up from Jackson. Sends in a great delivery. Parsons has headed it wide from around 10 yards out. He was unmarked. He didn't connect with it fully. Had he done so, Clark would have been in some trouble. Here's City though on the right hand side. This is Adam Mann approaching the penalty area. It's now to Stern with the byline. It tries to get it across. It's an excellent sliding intervention from Jake Lee. And it goes behind. Yeah, here's Adam Mann to take. Goes towards the penalty spot. Cundy's up there again. It's all very untidy. Almost just about get this one away. I think it was Artis who was in there. Poor clearance. Back to Joe Rains covering. Skips away from Pope. Throw in. Parsons looking for Myrie Williams. Over the top now to Jackson. Chests it down under pressure from 3 or 4 City men. Somehow to escape them all. Oh, Hill was waiting in the middle. It comes back out. It bounces to Kane. And the final touch comes off Artis. Kevin Amankwa throws it down the line, looking for Mann. Reigns, shirt pulling from both sides really there with Kane, and a few words. I think it was from the Western captain. He's being pulled back, and the yellow card is already out from referee Alex Blake.
The referee spotted it, and he's booked him, and City get a free kick.
Weston can try and break again through Lee. Now Diallo, 30 yards from goal. It's Dialing on the right hand side in a bit of space. Draws in a shot. Clark gets enough on it, and goes behind for a corner. It's going to be Nurse. He's gone high, and it's too high. It's cleared the roof of the stand. Point I might bring that later. It's a delivery from Nurse. It's looped into the air. It's awfully cleared, and it's a back heel in the end. Final touch is off a City man. Struggled a bit to get into the game so far, man. Weston have halted his progress well as Reigns heads it on. Stern looked to go up with an arm. It's run loose in the end. Oh, it's just gone wide. I think it was Mann who got the final shot in. Having just said he's been quiet. Well, he nearly woke up then from his slumber. He's put it around a yard wide of the post. It's going to go towards Purnell's post. Flick onto the back, and in the end, it was Lee who got the final touch away. Mankwa picks up the loose ball. Now Smith down the right-hand side, plays it across to the middle now. The man on the edge of the box. He was crowded bodies in front of him. He did well to get a shot in at all, and it was watched from Purnell in the comfortable sectors.
And that's it, half-time?
Yeah, pretty much the last shot of the first half, and it was a header which separates their teams, and nodded in from Robbie Cundy on 22 minutes. Joe Rains' free kick flipped on from Button, and Cundy from a difficult angle managed to get enough on it past the advancing goalkeeper Luke Purnell. And Weston can now try and break, looking for Jackson. Mankwa, who's fouled Kane. That's going to be a talking to, and perhaps a caution on his second league start of the season.
Yeah, that again was, I think, rustiness there, and Kevin Mankwa will be booked for that.
So it's Nurse over the top of this free kick, sends it towards the near post, and Clark gets across. And a good save, in fact, and managed to keep both his hands on it. And that was a poor evening. Stern gets a flick on now. Fetty, the flag stayed down on the right hand side. Smith's way in the middle. Might find Tom Smith! He's way over. wasn't. I think it might bounce just in front of Tom Smith. He was only 6 yards out. He scored at that end at the start of the year, and he couldn't score at that end at the end of it. Trying to run ahead of the goal scorer. He does get a flick on the chest of Diallo, and his follow-up shot is blocked. Now back to Rains again on the right-hand side. Swings in a ball. I don't think Joe Rains was meaning that whatsoever, but he's got his angles right. Purnell is beaten from the 18-yard line. And on 52 minutes, Weston 0, Bath City 2.
Yeah, I mean, that was a keeper's nightmare. It was whipped into the box and just flew into the far corner of the net. And whether Joe Rains meant it or not, it's put City 2-0 up.
Well, Luke Purnell doesn't like these shots when he's caught off his line against Man City, does he? That was Joe Rains' 3rd goal for the club. His 1st goal since the winner at Oxford, well back in September, so first in 14 games. He's one of our own as the fans sing for the Bathonian as he doubles Bath City's advantage. Nurse on the left-hand side, shy of halfway, skews it over to the right side. I think he was intending it. It's headed back inside from Parsons. Again appears a hard ball. Kane on the centre forward. Now it's Murray Williams on the right side. It's a strong challenge, goes in from Robbie Cunliffe twice. He's unable to prevent the corner, but more importantly, he was able to prevent the goal. Swinging delivery, and it looks like it's a Manco who gets a head on. Straker helps complete the clearance. Diallo helps it back in, but we'll try and break. Kane should get there first. No, he's beaten to it, and he could be in trouble here, Jacob Kane. He was booked in the first half. He's caught late, and it's indeed a 2nd yellow card for the Western captain for the 2nd time in the space of 4 days. There was a red card involved in the Bath City game. This time it is against them. 2nd half this has been so far for the Romans. Button now venturing forward. Smith's made a more advanced roll. Button's still going. Goes back to Artis. It's not prized to shoot. Mank in space now on the right-hand side. Fetty inside him. 20 yards or so from the Western goal. Back to Artis now. Still Rains, Straker's still in room on the left-hand side. Joe Rains urging him to shoot, and he obliges, and he pulls it around 3 or 4 yards wide at the right-hand post. So going by the team sheet, that means George Tobin is the man being replaced on 61 minutes. And it's Alex Byrne who's coming on. Man turns away from trouble brilliantly and finds Straker on his left-hand side. Now Stern, further advance, a bit of space for Stern because Parsons hasn't kept up with him. Stern near the byline, plays it across the right-hand side. Oh, he's just a little bit too high for Man. You couldn't direct it goalwards. Nurse sends it towards a penalty spot. Batten gets a head in, but not too much distance on it. And 3 Western players get in the way, and eventual shot is balloon high over the bar. There's absolute screams for a corner for Byrne. Turns away from trouble. Good footwork from Byrne, and he's lost down. Ball over the top now for Stern to chase on to. He's going to try and get there first. Head of Lee. Still Stern in the corner. Straker's behind him, screaming for the ball. Stern wants to go alone. Bends it in! Oh, it looked like it was going in! Smith over on the right side of the penalty. Tries a shot. Is blocked from Lee. Here's Rains on the right-hand side. Now back to Smith. Smith drives it across. That was an excellent ball. Nobody gambled on it.
Smith off and
Morton on. Yep, 71 minutes. City's first change. Forced back from Morton. His first involvement. City's boxing around their Western counterparts. But they get out of the situation as well. Murray Williams, who they did for the time being. City have won it back now. It's in behind to Stern. He's going to keep it in play, right near the corner flag. He's pulled it back now to Rains on the edge of the box. Does he fancy a second? He's got Morton behind him. Between them, they can't get a shot away, and Affetti's slack control, and Weston can now try and break. But Artis goes sliding in. I think he's going to get caution for that on Diallo. This is his 42nd since joining, so I suppose that's a season's worth. So, yeah, Frankie Artis is going to hobble off. And James Hollis coming on for the final 12 minutes or so. And he yet to open his account for Bath City, although barely a surprise. It's only his 7th appearance. He scored 9 in 17. He came on late for Ryan Brunt on Wednesday. City with the corner, and a man to take towards the penalty spot, and is over for Button and goes behind for a goal kick. It's gone short to Nurse, indirectly taking it Weston. Nurse has gone wide and blazes it over the bar. Here's Man, held up. receives it back, man. Side now to Joe Rains. He's got Ollis up ahead of him. He's managed to find Ollis. He's offside. Oh, that's tight. He's run out of play for a goal kick nonetheless. But a good run off the ball, though, from the City Academy product.
Yep. City play their game on the deck, and I'm sure they can create another 1 or 2 good chances.
Clearance. Fetty's found man, no man, 25 yards out. Now Ross Stern, flag's gone up. Count that goal.
Offside again.
His former club, Weston 0, Bow City 2. Signing off 2018, winning 3 points. Pushing near the playoffs. They can seal it with a 3rd goal now. It's had a man over to Stern on the right-hand side, forced wide. Watch from Lee. Stern plays it across. It was a perfect ball. Still plenty of points to play for in the second half of the season. Might have to look into the loan market yet again. Maine's going to get 0 change out of Bow City. Here's a Fetty on the right hand side. Now Stern inside the penalty area. Stern plays it back, trying to find a Fetty. It's gone behind him. Might find Ollis on the edge of the box. He's onto the loose ball. Ollis has gone down, right on the edge of the box. Weston have been committed the foul. And I'm sure the free kick is going to go Bow City's way. It's central, it's around 19 yards.
And Ollis certainly took a whack there, and he's down.
So Ross Stern steps up. There's a Fetty towards the edge of the penalty area. It's run loose to Straker now, 18 yards out, inviting him to shoot. Straker is going miles wide, absolutely cannoned into a Western player. What's happening here?
That is unbelievable. The player was hit. You know, he stands up. Has he given that as a head injury? I think he's apologising, saying I got that wrong. But
yeah, it was I think it was Byrne who got in the way.
He just got in the way.
Full force of it. I thought momentarily he was always pointing to the spot.
Yeah, I did for a second. Yeah.
But, yeah. We don't. I think the referee knows he's made a mistake.
Yeah, he did say he was sorry and everything.
It is Diallo on the left. Murray Williams is trying to make a run up ahead of him. He's forced back, and that's the final action of this Somerset derby. It's Bow City's final action of 2018, and they've ended it with a much-deserved victory. 3 points here at the Woodspring goals. Robbie Cundy on 22 minutes, a header from a difficult angle after a flick on from Jack Batten, doubled up from Joe Rains. Looked like an attempted cross from 18 yards, but it sailed past goalkeeper Luke Purnell into the back of the net. Weston were reduced to 10 men. Jacob Kane on 57 minutes. We mentioned referee Alex Blake, the 5th player he has sent off this term. Weston never looked like getting back into it. Another goalless game for them. 460 minutes in League and Cup since Weston-super-Mare last scored a goal. Bow City held on. Well, I say held on. They comfortably claimed another clean sheet. And the double over Weston-super-Mare this season, and revenge for that cup defeat, Bob. Bow City have come away, ended their 2018 on a high note. We do like to be beside the seaside because we've picked up a 2-0 win here in the Somerset derby. We'll be back on New Year's Day. Do join us. Have a very happy New Year.
And a happy New Year from me as well.